What's up, guys? Rowdy Patriot. So, yeah, I've been doing a little, a little thinking, and I'm waiting on the public record or the open records request for the body cam and all that. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a real fun time with Officer Boland. He admits on my wife's footage, and it'll be on his body cam as well, that he pulled my sister-in-law over for a cracked windshield. The windshield's not in the way of driving. It's not heavily damaged to where it's impeding the vision of somebody driving, which is the specifications for an officer to be able to pull you over for a cracked windshield. It has to be heavily damaged. Literally, it has to make it an unsafe vehicle. That's how bad it has to be cracked. The crack was by no means even in her way. And it was just a little bitty hairline fracture of a crack. So I advised my sister-in-law to have her court-appointed lawyer file a motion to suppress. So I think they found weed in her purse, which is fine, whatever. All that's going to get thrown out because it was an illegal stop. So, yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Officer Boland, you need to learn your job. Just because you see somebody pick somebody up somewhere and you want to know what they're doing doesn't give you the right to lie and manufacture reasons to pull somebody over and act like a fucking tyrant and try to demand ID from everybody in the car. And then when you don't get that ID because somebody knows their rights, you get mad and tell the driver that she's going to suffer it twice as bad because somebody doesn't want to give you their ID. Dude, who the hell do you think you are, public servant? There is going to be complaints coming. The only reason we didn't file complaints yesterday is because I'm not going to hear no excuses from your department saying that this is under investigation and they can't release it. So as soon as I get my public records request, you'll get your complaint. Got it? I hope you go to court and you don't lie, because I have it on video, you saying exactly why you pulled them over, which was illegal. You had no right to pull them over. None. So you need to learn your job. A windshield has to be heavily damaged to be considered an unsafe motor vehicle for you to be able to pull somebody over. So a little bitty hairline crack in the windshield, mainly even especially across the passenger side of a vehicle, doesn't make a vehicle unsafe to operate. You know this. We know this. Everybody knows this. See, Boland, it's cops like you that give all other cops a bad name. You're a scumbag. You're a tyrant, and you're a bad cop. There's several of you on your force. You all need to go. I've noticed that there is a few decent cops on the Hamilton police, and they're all the new ones, and they're all new. You need to learn your place, buddy. You're a public servant. You're here to serve and protect the community, not punish and harass. And that's where you cops that become cops because you probably was bullied when you were a little kid and in school. You want to get payback on people because you were bullied and mistreated in school because you was a nerd. Sorry, get over it, dude. Move on. If you want to be a cop, that's fine, but be honorable. Be an honorable person. But you're not. You have no business being a cop. None. We're going to do everything we can to get you off the force because you don't deserve to wear the badge. Period. A lot of a lot of the people in your department don't deserve to wear that badge. A lot of them. This is probably one of them right here. 408. I don't know who that was, but it's flat out disgusting, you guys. I mean, to look at a driver of a vehicle and say things are going to go twice as bad for you now because the person in your vehicle doesn't want to ID, so you can thank them how this goes down. That's a scumbag, dude. That is an ultimate, utter, disgusting pig. Well, you fucked with the right one today, buddy. Because I'm not on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not for all that noise. See, what the police here don't get, well, really only the bad ones don't get it, is I got nothing against a cop that does his job properly, is respectful, and does his job the right way. Respects our rights as humans, let alone American citizens. You know what I mean? The Constitution didn't give us rights. It just instilled them on paper. We as humans have human rights. You know what I mean? And the Constitution just, kind of like certified that in writing, And for another American to act like they are above somebody and better than somebody and has a right to tell another full-grown person what they can and can't do, that's a narcissist. I can't even think of how many names that is. It's horrible. I mean, the problem with cops like you, Bolin, is that you think because you have that badge that you can drive around here and tell us what we're allowed to do. You have no authority, Bolin, over any citizen walking down the street until that minute that they break the law. And until they do something illegal, you have no right to tell them to do anything. You can't detain somebody just because you want to. You can't detain somebody to look and see if they've done something wrong. To detain somebody, Bolin, you have to have reasonable suspicion that they have fucking committed a crime. Not suspicion, probable cause. You get it? Not a hunch, not a general thinking you may have. You have to have probable cause, man. You know what I'm saying? And or reasonable suspicion, whatever, that they've done it, has or are going to commit a crime. Without that, you can't detain somebody. Just because you think somebody might be suspicious doesn't give you the right to detain anybody, because suspicion isn't a crime. And to detain, you have to have a crime, buddy. Not just, you're investigatively detained so we can find something to pin on you. It doesn't work like that, man. I know most of you cops think it does, but it absolutely doesn't work like that. But, all that aside, the fact that this pig fucking pulled my sister-in-law over and arrested her for a cracked windshield is hilarious. You get them trolls, and I get them trolls in my channel that when I'm filming us in my blue truck, they'll say, "Oh, you're breaking the law right now with a cracked windshield." No, I'm not. Yep, my blue truck has a cracked windshield. It's a hairline crack that is not impeding anything. So they can pull us over for that if they want. And I'm going to make them eat crow. I'm going to make them flat out eat crow in court. And I'm going to wait until court so I can humiliate them in court in front of everybody. Yeah, like I did with the jaywalking ticket. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm going to do next month over this bullshit reckless operation and failure to yield to an emergency vehicle. That it's on video that I yielded to two or three of them prior. You know what I mean? So it's hilarious. It's just hilarious. It shows me literally getting out of the way for two or three cops coming by. So funny. And then the lead cop, the lead deputy that was behind that lady, is who they're trying to say I impeded, is coming to court to testify on my behalf that I didn't, because I subpoenaed him. You know what I'm saying? Is going to be coming to court to testify. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they have no case. They know they have no case. You know what I mean? It's one of the things. You can beat the charge, but you can't beat the ride. That's what that was all about. That's what it was all about. That's what it's always about. Just like the bullshit theft charge that they probably had Menards and Fairfield Township strum up on me. You know what I'm saying? I have no doubt that's what happened. Because I don't break the fucking law. Period. Over nothing. I do nothing wrong. So, all that aside, guys. I go March 6th for pre-trial, and then I go the 16th for trial. So I called to get my court date. The lady that answered the phone was like, "Yeah, you come on the 6th to settle, or to take a plea, or that's the day the last day you'll have to make a plea." I'm like, "There's gonna be no plea. The only plea there will be is them pleading to me to not sue them when I'm done." So, it is what it is. That's the only pleading there will be. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be found not guilty for it. I know this, but what they don't understand is that they're gonna be really hard pressed that if I don't file a malicious prosecution on them. Period. So I mean, there's that. Probably is most likely gonna happen. I haven't decided yet. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know? Do they deserve the charge, the lawsuit? Absolutely they do. Have I decided if I want to go through it again? No, I haven't decided. You know what I mean? Because it's been a headache. You know what I mean? It has really been a headache. This lawsuit I'm in now, which I have settled. It hasn't been signed yet, but we have settled that lawsuit, just so everybody knows. I won't get into any detail until after it's settled. But we did. They made an offer, I refused it, made a counter offer, and they accepted it. So there you go. I'm happy with it. They're obviously happy with it. So everybody can move on. Hopefully everybody learned something from it and we can move on. Because at the end of the day, that's what I want. You know what I mean? I don't want to sue cops. I don't want to sue cities. I know the trolls think that's what we do this for. It's not. It's not. It's just a product of what comes with what we do. That sometimes that has to be done to teach a lesson. You know what I mean? And to protect yourself the next time. You know what I mean? So that everybody knows that, hey, you can't do that. You get it? I mean, wow, the wind is really whipping today, guys. But anyway, I'm pretty much done ranting and raving and talking and shooting, shucking and jiving. But look, guys, there will be the body cam footage and all that will be uploaded as soon as I get it. Oh, and here's the new thing, guys. Marijuana now is legal in Ohio. The purchasing it, having it, all that, recreational and medical. So here's their new thing. You know, obviously, guys, you're not allowed to smoke marijuana and drive around. I mean, that just goes without saying. It's a drug. It does alter your body, your mind, whatever. So it's totally understandable, and I do agree with that. But here's the new thing they do, okay? When they pulled her over, you know, the sergeant was like, we're searching the vehicle. My wife's like, you don't have any probable cause to search the vehicle. Yes, we do. It smells like weed. My wife was like, weed's not illegal anymore in Ohio. What's wrong with you? He goes, we smell burnt marijuana. There was no burnt marijuana. The marijuana was in a little baggie. It was enough for a blunt. And that's hilarious. So now they're going to get to cycle through around the lack of probable cause, because now having weed on you isn't illegal. So the smell of weed is no longer illegal. But the smell of burnt weed is, because you're not allowed to smoke and drive. They're going to say, oh, now they can tell the difference between marijuana packaged and marijuana burnt. Get the fuck out of here. If they ever search one of my vehicles saying that, because I don't smoke weed, I will sue your ass off for illegal search violation of my Fourth Amendment. So please pull me over and tell me how you smell burnt marijuana in my vehicle and search my vehicle, because that's not gonna fly, buddy. Marijuana burnt, smoking, when someone has smoked marijuana, it smells the same as it does in a fucking bag. You fucking total idiots. Wow, man. Wow. Unfucking real. I mean, it's just what they do, you know. They couldn't search cars because if they didn't have probable cause of drugs. So they got an animal with the brain the size of an apricot, if that, to smell. And if it alerts to an odor of something, or just totally acts strange to begin with, or whatever, that's somehow now probable cause to violate your Fourth Amendment. So that's how they got around that, and now they're going to do it with the, no, ma'am, no, sir, we smell burnt marijuana. That's not legal in Ohio. Like, well, it is, but not in your vehicle, because you're not allowed to drive. Hilarious, funny shit. All somebody would have to really say to beat that is like, well, I smoked weed at home earlier today, and it must have been on my clothes. They're idiots, man. They're idiots. So it is what it is. We need somebody in the community needs to come up with some kind of detector where when they say that, you can hit a button and it goes off, the detector, and run a detector in your vehicle, and it's an odor scanner where it scans for odor of marijuana. If it has any odor in your vehicle at all, alarm will go off on it. If it does, it gives you a reading. You know what I mean? That way, when these fucking people try that and shit just to get in your vehicle because there hasn't been no marijuana in your vehicle, you haven't smoked marijuana, you don't smoke marijuana, whatever the case may be, then you have that to take into court and be like, Your Honor, I have my own evidence that proves that they're lying. And that's just that, man. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous that they're supposed to, guys, police are supposed to uphold and honor our rights, but they look for anything they can to circumvent our rights, to violate our rights, to go around every right they can go around. It's pathetic, it's enraging, and it's infuriating. I mean, guys, to me, it's just, I don't know, guys. I'm very passionate about our rights, about my rights, and that's just that, it disgusts me. It makes me hate them with a passion, very much so. When anytime I see them violate my rights or somebody else's rights, even if it's somebody I don't know, we're all human beings, and everybody should be treated as such. And they don't treat us like humans; they treat us like property. And something's got to give way here, guys. Something's got to give. It's coming to a head. And the police don't. I don't think they even understand how sick and tired we, the people, are of their bullshit. And it's gonna come to a head. And I've been warning them. I've been warning it on my channel for years that this is coming to a head, and it's gonna come to a point where there enough is enough, and it's gonna be bad. You know what I mean? It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for both parties. Both parties, the citizen and the police, and nobody wants that. And it's all on the police. Everything is on the police. It's their actions that cause the turmoil, the hate, the distrust. You know what I mean? It's their actions that cause this. But they want to act like it's because we, the people, have a criminal mindset. And therefore, that's why they have to act the way they act. They approach every single person like a criminal. And they can't, then they just can't do that. You know what I mean? They just can't do that. But yet they do it regardless. Enough is enough, guys. We need to make a stand. We need to take a stand. We need to rally together. We need to protest. We need to speak to our legislatures. Things need to change. You know what I'm saying? And there's no way in hell that I would vote for Trump because he thinks the police should have absolute immunity. No. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I would have voted for Trump. But the only reason I would have voted for Trump is because he is better than any other candidate. You know what I mean? They're all the same. They all pretty much the same. But I could never back somebody that thinks police should have absolute immunity. That's silly, disgusting, and ridiculous. And as bad as he's been treated and fucked over by the courts with all the shit that's been going on, you would think he would know better. That police are corrupt, judges are corrupt, prosecutors are corrupt, attorneys are corrupt. You would think he would know that. But some people don't get it. Some people will never get it. Some people have enough money to get themselves out of any trouble they need to get out of. So they don't care. They don't see it how it really is for your average citizen out here on the street. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. I've been talking your head off for, about 25 minutes, 22 minutes. So I'm going to get off here, let you all go. Thanks for watching. I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. I appreciate you. I will be having some audits coming up, so hang with me, guys. I've just been kind of busy, but it's going to change. I am going to be doing some audits. So stick with me and take this journey with me, guys. Thanks, appreciate it. And to all my old subscribers, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being a supporter. And I love all you guys, man. Y'all be cool, stay safe, and always record the police. Rowdy out.